According to a recent survey by The Guardian, Americans are increasingly concerned about Trump's tariffs on imported goods. "Don't worry, we're going to win everything," President Trump wrote on the social network Truth Social on Thursday, asserting that tariffs have already started to pour money into the U.S. However, anxiety still pervades many households. When asked about their level of concern about issues such as inflation, healthcare, and immigration, 72% of Americans said they were concerned about tariffs. The survey was conducted by Harris Poll in early March. Previously, in a survey in mid-January, the number of people concerned about tariffs was only 61% after returning to the White House. President Trump pushed to impose tariffs on many important U.S. trading partners. He has imposed an additional 20% tariff on imports from China and increased tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports. President Trump has also threatened to go further next month, promising reciprocal tariffs on all imports from around the world and blanket tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico. Amid widespread concerns, President Trump and his cabinet have spent the past several weeks arguing that the strategy will help bring jobs back to the United States and ultimately lead to higher wages. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick acknowledged last week that a recession is possible, but said it would be worth it. However, a majority of Americans remain skeptical. 66% believe the U.S. economy will take years to recover from Trump's tariffs, according to polls. As previous polls have shown, a person's view of the economy under President Trump depends largely on their political party. 99% of Democrats and 69% of independents are concerned about tariffs, compared with 57% of Republicans. 89% of Democrats and 75% of independents are concerned about a recession, compared with 65% of Republicans. 85% of Democrats and 62% of independents believe the U.S. economy will take years to recover from tariffs, compared with 52% of Republicans. Views on tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods also vary significantly by party. 79% of Republicans support tariffs on Mexico, compared with just over 30% of Democrats and about 40% of independents. 75% of Republicans support tariffs on Canada, while Democrats and independents support them at about 30% and 40%, respectively. Despite the differences in views on tariffs, most Americans are still worried about the cost of living. 91% of Democrats, 88% of independents, and 82% of Republicans expressed concerns about the economy and inflation. Most survey respondents were also worried about their ability to pay for daily living expenses. However, the Trump administration has not backed down and has continued to threaten additional tariffs in response to retaliatory measures against U.S. exports. Last week, when the Canadian province of Ontario threatened to impose tariffs on electricity exports to the U.S., President Trump announced that he would double tariffs on steel and aluminum imported from Canada to 50%. Only after Ontario withdrew its decision did Trump agree to lower the tariffs, when the European Union imposed retaliatory tariffs on $28 billion of U.S. exports. Including a 50% tariff on U.S. bourbon, President Trump announced a 200% tariff on European wine imports. One thing that many agree on is that the tariffs will not last long. 61% of Republicans, 60% of Democrats, and 55% of independents share this view. A majority of Americans have a "this too shall pass" mentality. But there is growing concern that these tariffs could have a long-term, unpredictable impact on the economy, whether they are rescinded soon or not, said John Jerzema, CEO of the Harris Poll.